we're getting ready to teach using distance in order to engage our students, in order to keep them able to self-quarantine, one of the things that you might be is a chalkboard writer or a whiteboard writer. And remember that the university is going to stay open, so you could come and teach your class in the room and then connect with students. The other thing is that if you really need to write on the whiteboard or chalkboard, you can plan to do that and then maybe capture it. So I'm in room 334 in the College of Ed at the University of Oklahoma. And one of the things is this is not the ideal room to be in because, as you can see, I get quite a reflection from the windows and the bleed through the windows. But if I was in a classroom with a whiteboard, I could write my notes up here. I'm not much of a chalkboard writer, but I do acknowledge that for some people that's kind of their flow. And I know one time when I hurt my foot and I had to be seated while I talked, it really threw me off because it wasn't kind of my normal way of doing things. So if you're going to capture writing on the board, the first thing that you can do is record with the iPad. And that's what I'm doing right now. And so if I was writing on the board, I could be recording that with my iPad and talking about that I'm using my iPad to record this. I use just the regular camera app. And then if I need to make some changes or edit things, I can do so. We in the College of Education have a series of stands. We have stands that sit on the ground. We also have stands that sit on a table that would allow you to hold the iPad so that it could record you. And that's what I'm using right now. The second is that you could write everything that you wanted to write on the board and then take a picture of it using an app called Genius Scan. And I'm going to upload a different video that shows you how to use Genius Scan in order to capture the writing on a board. This is a good practice anyway in case a student is absent. Even beyond our 2-week self-quarantine, we may find that students who maybe extended their spring break will need to quarantine longer than those 2 weeks. Finally, you can use a tablet to use a tool that acts like a whiteboard. The one that I'm going to talk about is Jamboard, and that will be another video as well. It's a Google tool that will allow you to write as if you're writing on the board, just using a regular stylus, no Apple Pencil or anything, and then save it as either a PDF or use it within Zoom in order to show yourself writing. So this is overall, when we're talking about capturing writing on the board, these are the 3 different options that I'm going to talk about. Recording with the iPad, which I'm demonstrating right now. I'll have another video of taking a picture with Genius Scan to record what you've written on the board. And then finally, use a tablet to write like you're writing on the board. And this is a collaborative tool. We'll use Jamboard.